Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Haley and you're watching Between the Pages. So I have a book review for you today, and that is A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle Jensen. This was one of the first adult romanticies besides Fall of Ruin and Wrath that I read, and I loved it. So let's talk about it. So A Fate Inked in Blood is a historical fantasy set in the Viking world, and it's about Freya, which is our main character right here on the cover. And she dreams of being a shield maiden, so kind of like Eowyn from Lord of the Rings, sort of. And she has been claimed by the god Hiln. It's Hlin. Or Hin, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. And so she is claimed by this god, and she's not allowed to let anybody know because there's like this prophecy and everything surrounding her. So her parents are like, do not ever tell anybody that you have been claimed by this god. So she was married off to another like demigod. I'm gonna call them demigods because that's basically what they are. Who is like the son of the god of fish or the sea or something like that. He can like make sure that the village gets enough fish to be able to live. And so she dreams of being more than just like a wife and a mother to her husband and future children. And so all she wants to be is a shield maiden. And so she gets that chance when Jarl, it's like Jarl, there's gonna be a lot of words I can't pronounce in this. Jarl Snorri, which is like, I don't know, like chief, I guess. Sort of. Again, I'm finding it hard to explain exactly all these things, so bear with me. But he comes into her village, and her brother Geir, Geir, is part of his like gang, sort of, I guess. I don't know if that's what you'd call him, or clan, tribe, whatever. And so she's like, hey, I don't want to be a wife or a mother. I just want to be a shield maiden. And so, like, I want to be rid of my husband. So Jarl Snorri is like, okay, well, if you can beat my son Bjorn, who has been claimed by the god Tyr, Tyr, which is like the god of fire, then I will release you from your marriage and you can be a shield maiden and serve me, basically. So he tricks her into exposing that she's been claimed by this god, and he's like, oh my god, you're the shield maiden I've been looking for. And it said that like whoever is like in charge of her fate or whatever will like rule the two kingdoms and like make him a king. So Jarl Snorri is like, I'm gonna marry you. So she ends up being his second wife, and it's like a marriage in name only. Like, they do not sleep together. They are just married in name only. Like, no romantic feelings whatsoever. But she does have romantic feelings for Bjorn, his son. So you get a little bit of like taboo, the fact that she's married to his father but in love with him. But again, it's like a marriage in name only. They're not actually husband and wife because Snorri already has a first wife who's like a witch, basically. And so yeah, so it was a very long-winded way to explain what this book was about. But a lot of people have said, like, don't read this if you're not like really into Norse mythology or anything like that, which I love mythology. So I loved the incorporation of Norse mythology in here. It very much read like a myth, basically. There was a lot of story beats that they like go on a quest and everything like that. There's like the god, there's like the god Thor has someone who he's claimed, and then the god of like storytelling or visions or whatever has his child. And it's like they're kind of demigods, but they're also not demigods. It's explained that they're born with like a drop of God's blood like in them, like they're blessed at the time of conception, and that's how they end up having powers. But yeah, I really like this book. It was the slowest slow burn I think I've ever read. Like, they sleep together for the first time, like full on intercourse, I think like the last 50 pages. And like I'm used to like halfway through, I'm like, okay, let's get to it. But this one, oh my God, I loved the slow burn. I loved the building of their relationship and of the mystery about what's going on and everything. I didn't see Bjorn's like betrayal. Everyone else said they caught it, and I was like, I didn't, but I don't really read critically that much, so I kind of just like, okay, I'm along for the ride. Sometimes I catch things, sometimes I don't. So I felt like that was very much like out of nowhere. I did not see it coming. If someone could point out the clues to me, that'd be great, because I didn't see them. Maybe I was just too caught up in the romance part of it and less of the plot. Because I had heard that people were like, oh, it's like hot and steamy from like the very beginning, and I'm like, no, it's not. Like I was expecting, like when someone said that, I was expecting them to be like kissing or like touching and feeling like on page 2 or 3, whereas like that didn't happen. I'm like, it's very much like a very slow burn and like a slow build of their relationship and the trust and everything, because also it has the trope of like he's her bodyguard, like Bjorn is Freya's bodyguard, because he's like assigned to her by his father to like train her into being like a warrior and a shield maiden and everything like that. So yeah, I really like that. So I'm really interested to see where this series goes. I don't know when the sequel's coming out. I don't know what the title of it is, but I'm very curious to see where this goes, because right now they are in, well, from Freya's point of view, she's behind enemy lines. She's in enemy territory, because Bjorn is actually working with the Jarl that like Snorri's been at war with for like the longest time. And so yeah, that was my rambly review of A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen, and I will see you guys later.